Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown, the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans. Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Ryan.
This is Flerick.
And Jake is coming along. But hey, we're just going to start our commentary right now, whether we're all ready or not. We're back with some Juryo live commentary. Live for us, not necessarily for the listeners.
Yeah, never. We discovered that you can watch sumo live on the internet and not actually have to be there in Japan. So we actually were able to pull up a stream.
It saves us quite a bit of money.
Yes.
Why did we go there in July? Like, what was the point?
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
God, it would have been so much cheaper to not do that.
Yeah, and now our wives are trying to get us to go back. Like, I think they saw other things when we were in Japan besides sumo.
That's weird.
But all I remember is the sumo.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stream things on the internet, there's no point in ever leaving the house.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to convince everybody in my life that, yet here I am in your house.
Yeah.
Not my house.
As soon as we figure out how to do podcasts remotely, we'll be set.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, if I could never see you guys and still do the podcast, that'd be amazing.
That would be cool.
All right, so
it would improve the scenery in this room for
It would be
sure.
a quality of life bonus I never knew I had coming.
All right, so Ryan, why are we here? What's going on?
So right now we're getting prepped for watching Juryo live because in our time zone that starts at midnight-ish, runs to it's only 11 o'clock, so it's going to start at like 11:15ish, which is super nice for us.
That
so
is
I could go to
nifty.
bed earlier.
Yeah.
If I can leave here at like 12:30, that's going to be amazing. But we're here to talk about sumo because we like to do that. It's the final day. There's nothing on the line in Juryo. Terunofuji dominated everything, but you know what? We like talking about sumo, and we got a few Makushita matches to warm us up for the main event.
I was really worried we were going to get through this basho without talking about Nishikigi. Since he's down in Juryo, we had to do this at some point.
Our Twitter's actually been blowing up. It was like, hey, you guys, I listened to your midway. I listened to your preview episode. I understand he's down in Juryo, but why no Nishikigi love? And so we are here to answer all none of the people who demanded this.
Yep.
Yes, all none of the people who are blowing up our Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. And a match just happened. That was kind of neat.
A guy got pushed off the dohyo by another guy. I'm sure they both have names. I cannot read them. As
they are
our
Makushita.
stream.
Makushita. They are not worthy of being named.
We're still kind of warming up and getting our stuff kind of set up before that. We'll start covering the Juryo coverage.
Luckily, I have the Torikumi pulled up on my phone, and that was Shio no O, who lost to Daisedo. Both were 5-1. Daisedo now with a 6-1 record. At Makushita 18, does not look like he will be getting up into Juryo for the next basho. So coming up, we have Teirao at 1-5 versus Kainoryu, also at 1-5. So one of these guys just trying to stop the bleeding coming up here soon.
All right, that sounds pretty good. It's still kind of Makushita. I don't really know these people, so I'm not too invested at the moment.
Yeah.
But then we'll eventually get to Juryo, where I'm also not terribly too invested.
We do have we're 2 levels away from motivated Flerick here.
Yeah, and we're gonna stop recording before Flerick gets motivated.
Yeah.
So
because it'll get much too late then.
The guy that will be facing Naya is one of our Juryo favorites, Flop Sweat, a.k.a. Akiseyama.
Did that episode ever see the light of day, or was that one that we
Oh,
didn't
I
release?
think
I
there
think
was
that was
way
the one
too
we
much.
didn't release because we were eating pretzels, and Flerick refused to release the episode because eating the pretzels on the microphone was too annoying.
They were really good
really
pretzels.
bothered me.
I mean,
It was a practice round. I mean, we don't do Juryo live very often, and that first one was a disaster.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's kind of the reality of watching sumo live in the USA, as many people probably know. It starts really late at night.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we stayed up super late, got punch drunk. I think at least a few of us were like real drunk.
Yeah.
Not like super drunk, but like actual drunk
Too
is what I
drunk,
meant
though.
to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at all is too much for
Yeah.
podcasting at 3 a.m.
There was definitely some Irish coffee going on there.
Yeah.
And also, I think we found out that it's just kind of hard to talk over like a sports event for an hour at a time. So props to Murray
Us.
and John Gunning.
Yeah.
Well, us now because we're doing it.
That's true. And I guess it's really not all that hard for Murray and John Gunning because they know sumo, and so they can actually like talk about it for a significant amount of time and make sense, whereas we could be like, yeah, that guy pushed him out.
I don't know.
All right, what'd you have for breakfast?
I think we might know a little bit more than those guys.
I think we know
It's up for
some
debate.
things about sumo.
It's
but
up
we'll
for.
see.
Oh my God, Yobidashi, chill.
He's
Maybe-
excited though. This is the
Jeez.
the matchup between the 3-3 Naya, who has been dubbed by some as a future Yokozuna,
Can we like turn him down a little bit?
We probably can.
and
God.
Through the magic of science.
Well, now he's done yelling. So
and he is going up against a former Juryo least favorite, now Makushita least favorite of ours, Aki Sayama, who in a previously unreleased episode of Juryo Live Commentary received the nickname Flop Sweat, and I think that's the only nickname that will ever stick for him, and he will always be
Yeah.
Flop Sweat in our hearts.
he's got my second favorite physique after
Favorite?
after Tokushoryu.
How do you define favorite?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant absolute 100% least favorite.
Yeah, Tokushoryu isn't in the greatest of shape, but
But
Hold on,
Aki
I've got-
Sayama.
he is a specimen.
I've got some Diet Pepsi disagreeing
Although-
with me right here. I worked through it, though.
Turn away from the microphone.
It wasn't that bad. It was a very slight release and inaudible.
All right.
You'll
Our-
just get the stench wafting your way soon.
The resolution on the sumo stream has picked up a little bit, and he is not the best looking.
He is
physique.
not. I mean, we joke about it a lot, but like we know that these guys are world class athletes, but damn, some of the guys make it hard to
Yeah. It's
hard to take them seriously.
it's interesting to kind of watch people see how different people kind of carry weight differently, like in
Yeah.
kind of different areas. Yeah.
like Kageyaki, all pecs.
Yeah.
That's where all the weight goes.
Same with Aoyama.
Aoyama, yeah. And
But then you get guys like Tochinoshin, who still looked almost like a ripped god.
yeah, he like has a six pack on top of his gut or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked too much about Naya yet, and he's about to kind of come up. But Naya is kind of someone I've been following since I heard about Hulk Shoryu, like way in the beginning. And I feel
there's a really good podcast that's been following their career from the beginning. Not super in depth, but they keep up to date.
is
with
that
how
the
he's been doing.
Tachiai Ponsuke, the Tachiai podcast that they release every
Never
Basha?
heard of them.
I can't tell if he's joking or not.
Never heard of them.
All right, the match is actually about to start. So
Scrubs.
I'm just gonna kind of watch.
But Naya
this.
is the grandson of great Yokozuna Taiho.
Yep, and he's going for his Kachikoshi, which could, at his rank, get him into Juryo, but seeing as it would only be a 4-3 and he's at Makushita 4, it might not quite be enough. He's pushing
are
against
going at it.
Aki Sayama, and Aki Sayama is a flabby brick wall.
Yeah.
He is a immovable object, but there's a lot of slapping going on.
Looks like Aki Sayama's kind of using the Homer Simpson method of just let him punch you until they get tired.
Oh, there's a grip. Naya's got the better of the grip so far, but he can't get him over there.
Yeah, he's kind of got like the
get him
underarm
over the
grip
edge.
that Teruno Fuji uses all the time. And Crush
Oh.
Out coming, or is he going to step
on the
out?
edge.
Oh, no, Aki
Oh.
Sayama saves it. We've got a match here, people.
Wow, great D from Flop Sweat.
All right,
I think
phrasing.
both these guys are a 3-3, right? So both people are fighting for Kachikoshi.
This is a fight for Kachikoshi.
This
so
is
right
at the
now,
top of Makusha, so this is a really important win.
It is. So right now we've got both of our wrestlers standing in the middle of the dojo, leaning on each other, just trying to wear the other out. Akisayama's got a grip on the belt, and he tried to push Naya out. Naya's resisting. Naya kind of going for some leg sweeps, trying to catch him off balance, and we are back in the middle of the dojo, just standing there. The
And
Gyoji
probably
is
gassed.
taking away the Frondy strands. I don't remember what those are called.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Frondy
I
strands
think
for
it's
now.
Sagari.
That
It's Sagari.
sounds
Yeah.
accurate, but
Yeah, but-
until we know for sure, Frondy strands.
Yeah, we have a nice kind of waiting.
Oh, Akisayama got him.
Oh, and they go crashing hard
Yep.
into that.
They took out Noyakata. They
that
all
East
went down,
Shimpan.
but it looks like everybody.
Everybody getting up.
Akisayama's up. The Shimpan is up. Naya is still down, I think. Don't know if that's in disappointment for. And he's up. Okay, looks like everybody's okay, but that was quite a fall. So Naya, unfortunately, getting the losing record, and even more unfortunate is Akisayama getting a winning record.
This is a
Kachikoshi. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, the Abima stream is fantastic. I mean, are we allowed to like drop what we're watching?
We're watching on Bima stream.
Yeah,
All right.
Bima.
We're in Japan right now watching the free stream. Don't you know?
Yeah, we did it. that might be some continuity errors in this podcast.
Yeah.
Our lawyers are advising us to move to a different topic. Is that
was
right,
a-
legal team? Yeah. Barry wants us to move on.
All right.
Okay, there we go. That was a heck of a match.
All
That
lawyers
was
are
a
named
good match.
Barry, right?
As far as I know,
Okay.
yeah. Well, except for
Legally,
blah,
yes.
blah, blah.
Legally. Bob blah blah. That's right.
Blah,
The,
blah, blah's law blog.
Dang it.
All
Just
right,
gonna make
so
that
that's
joke.
probably the only Makushita match I was kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, I
but
think there's only one more.
Yeah,
and
there's
then-
one more with the very cool named Goku Shindo versus Chiyo no Umi.
heck yeah, I remember
so
that
yeah,
name.
both of these guys have a 4-2 record. Let me pull up the Torikumi real quick.
I got it right here.
What
do you want?
Chiyo no Umi is Makushita 3, Goku Shindo is Makushita 8. So it looks like Chiyo no Umi might already have a slot in Juryo next Basho slotted for him, but if he wins this, it's probably guaranteed Chiyo no Umi up to Juryo next Basho. Goku Shindo a little too far down the Bansuke to get all the way up to Juryo next time.
How much of a promotion would you expect for somebody with 5 wins in Makushita?
I'd have to look at who's going to be coming down from Juryo and like the other records in Makushita. I've never really predicted
We
that,
haven't really
but
looked into the Bansuke that far yet.
like 2, 3, 4, something
Sure.
like that.
You
Maybe
don't-
1.
You don't predict the Bansuke all the way down to Sandame.
I do, but it's such a burning pile of garbage that I just don't publish that.
There you go, because it's like
I-
all wrong.
but I
it's the
spend-
exact same Bansuke as the one before.
Can't change that much.
Yeah.
There's like 500 guys. Nobody will notice. Nobody notices a little plagiarism.
I always put Waki Ichiro at Makushita 1 and haven't gotten that right yet.
Yeah, not quite.
He did finish with a 5-2 record this time, so he was at
USA.
Sandanme 60-something, so I'm expecting like Juryo 5 or 6 for Waki Ichiro.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
All right, we've got another match coming between the amazingly named Goku Shindo and the less amazingly named Chiyo no Umi, I think.
Yes.
And I have no clue which one's which. I think Goku
Oh,
Shindo's the
Goku
guy
Shindo
that
just
just
got
got
messed
bitch
up.
slapped to the ground.
Yeah, pushing Crash. Oh, no, Andy's
he
hurt.
He hurt his knee there.
I'm kind of glad we have like a really pixelated stream going on right now.
Because that would have been harder to watch in high def, you mean?
Exactly.
All right,
yeah.
let's get more than one very tiny Yobidashi just kind of telling him to get up is what it appears.
He's not even helping him. He's just kind of like putting a hand on his belt and like standing there.
Yeah, Goku Shindo's trying to get up, but he clearly doesn't want to put any weight on the one leg. Would really like to see that wheelchair come out, but they're probably going to have him like walk.
Here comes the
there
wheelchair.
is the wheelchair.
Yep.
He's sitting on the edge of the dojo, hasn't taken any steps yet, but he is on his feet now. He's supported by what probably is a medical professional and literally walking away from the wheelchair. The wheelchair was brought down the wrong aisle. And so now
Yeah.
Goku Shindo is limping away down a different aisle from where the wheelchair
Yeah,
was.
to be fair, he's not walking by himself. He's supported by 2 people, and he's definitely trying to not put weight onto. He's favoring one leg.
Yeah, and you could tell that they're grabbing his Mawashi, trying to hold him up to take as much weight off of him as possible. But
So a little bit better than previous.
But you'd
Yeah.
still like to see like that wheelchair have access right to the side of the dojo, I think.
I was gonna say this is kind of like right up your alley of complaints about how sumo and
Yeah, and now I have more ammo as I literally saw them bring the wheelchair up and then have him just walk away from the wheelchair.
Yeah, that was kind of a little bit silly.
Yeah.
They should have. I'm guessing that the Rikshi maybe told him something like, "Hey, I can probably like limp out of here just fine. So I don't need the wheelchair of shame." I bet they see it as that.
I mean, maybe, but who
I don't know,
knows?
That wheelchair looks pretty fun. I would love to ride in that.
Oh yeah,
if
I
was
mean,
Rikshi.
all 3 of us could easily fit in that wheelchair.
I would love to see what a normal sized person looks like sitting in that chair. Oh, we do have our first Juryo match coming out here. We got Yago and Takagenji.
The
Oh,
disappointing Yago in
All right.
his performance as he is 4-10, and the disappointing Takagenji
I am
in
going
his career choices
take a
and their
chance.
treatment of.
I'm gonna kind of just refresh the stream to see how this goes.
All right.
We might jump a little ahead, or it might be exactly the same.
Yep. Nothing. Oh, hey, we got a quality jump. I can actually read what's on the screen now.
There we go.
But yeah, we have Takagenji versus Yago coming up. Both have a losing record. Yago is in a spot where he could easily see a demotion down to Makushita, especially if he drops this match. So kind of a far flung from where he was at this time last year when he was making his Makuuchi debut.
He did a pretty solid job as a Megashira for a little bit, and then I know he broke my heart several times in Fantasy Sumo. But yeah, it's got to be some sort of injuries or something holding him back, because he's got more potential than a potential bump back down to Makushita.
Yeah, I definitely think he had some hype because.
Well, Ryan threw some junk and scared the dogs. Cool, thanks.
I threw my Pepsi bottle, and it hit the hardwood floor. And Jake's dog, Thor, was not a fan of that.
No. You did finish your Pepsi, though. Was it very refreshing?
It was. I don't have the magical burps that I was letting out earlier. Luckily for our listeners.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for a soda that will make you burp and refresh you.
Dr. Pepper.
No,
I was drinking Diet Pepsi, but
Pepsi's
Dr.
who
Pepper
sponsored us, though.
But yeah, Dr. Pepper does both those things far better than a Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, but we got to talk up our sponsor, Pepsi, the fresh maker. Right?
Diet Pepsi, almost as good as Dr. Pepper.
I'm loving it.
I'm
loving Diet Pepsi.
Flarek, we need some catchphrases for Diet Pepsi. Taste the crunch.
How about that?
Just don't chew it.
I think that one's actually taken by somebody else, too. Is that like Coke or something?
I don't know. Diet Pepsi. Eat fresh.
Have it your way.
They are paying us a lot of money, so we need to get a lot more catchphrases out here.
Yeah, we do. Actually, Flarek appears to be sponsored by Gatorade Propel.
Yes, I will gladly take any kind of money for drinking Propel, because I currently
pay a lot of money.
To drink Propel.
Yeah, so Flarek always has near him at least 2 bottles of Propel.
I have a problem.
I'm pretty sure he can pull a Propel from his person at any time.
And then he leaves the bottle in here.
Naturally, yes.
Oh, match is about to go, but we got a Mata. Looks like Takagenji's a little eager.
Yep. But we don't have anybody shoving the guy out of his way like Aoyama did to Terutsuyoshi a few days back. That made me warmed my heart so much to see people hate on Aoyama for being a dick and join me on the Aoyama.
Speaking of a dick, isn't Takagenji like a huge dick?
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay,
we are cheering for Yago in this match.
And
here
we
go.
They both go for a kind of neutral grip, and oh Jesus! And then Takagenji easily dumped Yago right on his butt.
Yep, throws him to the ground and probably throws him down to Makushita for the Harubasho.
Yago kind of favoring a leg getting up, but he's walking just fine.
Had one left.
God,
jeez.
I feel like another one might be.
We can, but we won't.
Oh my god,
that takes effort.
It sounded like it took effort.
That one felt good. I put a little bit of force behind it, but you don't want to put too much force behind a burp, because then it doesn't really work. You don't get the longevity. It just all comes out in one solid burst. So I was happy with the volume and the sustained second or 2 length on that.
Yeah, anyway,
pretty
Sumo,
solid.
I think the one happy thing I would take from that match is Takagenji still has a 7 and 8, so he's not going to be going up.
It is a losing record for him. As our stream is chugging
and
along.
we're losing it again.
Yep. But we do have Ichinojo coming up, who already has secured a losing record for himself.
And Churano Umi at 7-7 is going to be fighting his brains out.
Yes, he sure is. So this will be an interesting match. Who do you guys pick in this one? I'm going for Churano Umi.
Yeah, I think so. This is a perfect storm of factors leading up to Ichinojo getting pushed back against the edge and then giving up, I think.
Yeah.
He's already got a Makekoshi.
I do not know this other guy at all, but I do know Ichinojo, and what you described was probably what's going to happen. But I don't know. I still believe in Ichinojo. I think he can pull it out.
All right, so I think now is as good a time as any. Jake and I went and saw a movie today called Little Women. It's nominated for Best Picture, and I think
that is the only reason we went.
Yeah, but I think we would both agree better than we thought it would be.
Oh, for sure.
I think we both actually really enjoyed it. So, Jake, I am on BuzzFeed.
Which sister you're asking me?
I'm asking you, which sister are you, as you take the BuzzFeed quiz.
Exactly, that's
for which sister you are. So, how would your BFFs describe you? Imaginative, tough.
I'm not taking a quiz. I know which one I am.
Just play along. Imaginative.
I know which one you are, too.
I know I'm Beth. I'm the one that dies.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Sorry. Spoilers
the
for
book
a 150-year-old book.
And one that's been made into a movie probably a dozen times.
Yeah, but then again, if you had told me that Beth dies 5 hours ago, I would have no idea what's happening.
Anyways,
So, Jake.
I'm not taking your quiz.
So, Fleric. How would your BFFs describe you?
Uh,
Imaginative, tough, loyal, practical, energetic, or passionate?
I'm definitely full of passion.
All right. Fleric is passionate. Choose
Jake was kind of laughing at that one.
choose a classic novel, Fleric. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. To Kill a
Sure.
Mockingbird by Okay, Wuthering Heights. All right.
AKA the book where nothing happens and everyone's mad and also in love, and that's like the whole story.
Okay, so
I'll
you
take
actually
your
know
word
what
for
that
it.
one's about. I said sure because I had no idea what that one's about.
All right, this one you might know a little bit more about. Pick a song to sing at karaoke. Baby One More Time, Party in the USA, We Are the Champions, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Ironic, or Come On Eileen.
Oh, obviously, come on, Irene.
Eileen or Irene?
Come
He has
on,
his own
Eileen.
version.
Hey, look,
Oh, hey, a
sumo's
match is happening.
We'll get back to
And-
that important quiz.
Oh, the thing that I said was going to happen almost happened, but
Almost
Ichinoja
did.
fought
And
back.
there it is.
And then it happened anyways.
Yep.
Ah,
He's
All right.
not exactly there 100%.
Shira no Umi. Dang it, I was talking over the soundbite.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we missed it, but thank you, Ryan.
but no, the version of come on, Irene.
Eileen.
Eileen is definitely a trumpet melody, just kind of playing in my head.
That's
Because
true.
I was in the pep band for basketball in college, and I played that song many times
Oh, that's
Well-
right, you did.
while doing a kick line, which was the best thing ever.
All right, the quiz continues. This is a visual portion of the quiz. You have to choose a photo of Timothée Chalamet, who played Laurie in the Little Women. It's called Little Women.
I'll take 4.
So, all right, number 4. But do you want to look at these delicious pictures
I'm
of
good.
Timothée Chalamet?
I'll take number 4 is really good.
All right, we're gonna take number 4, which is Timothée Chalamet drinking from a Starbucks coffee cup. Ooh, indeed.
Saucy.
Yes. All right, Flair.
That's how I like my Timothys.
Choose a Meryl Streep movie. Mamma Mia, The Devil Wears Prada, Sophie's Choice, Julie and Julia, Kramer versus Kramer, or It's Complicated.
It's complicated.
All right. I feel like we're gonna really drill down into who Fleric is as a person with this quiz.
These are very informed choices.
all right,
Of course.
and you've never seen Little Women,
No,
you've never read Little Women.
Heck no.
Okay, so this next question is going to be perfect for you. Pick something important from Little Women.
Is it the Little Woman?
Is it Joe's novel, The Pickwick Club, Christmas Day, Amy's paintings, Meg's wedding, or Beth's piano?
There's probably a lot of drama that went down in the wedding, so I'm gonna go with the wedding.
There was absolutely no drama.
it was like the most totally everything went well wedding.
Are you
All
sure
right.
this was a good movie?
It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'll make sure to put a spoiler warning in our
There was
show
like-
notes for this
Little
one.
Women
there was not one fight at the wedding.
All right.
It's just hitting me how absurd it is to put that tag in the description for a sumo podcast.
Beware, Little Women spoilers. So, Fleric, you got Amy March. Your personality matches Amy. You're spontaneous, tough, and passionate. Like Amy, you're someone who loves to be the center of attention. Your confidence and playful sense of humor are two qualities that others are often drawn to. You are incredibly driven, and once you set your sights on a goal, you will stop at nothing to finish it.
That didn't sound a whole lot accurate.
Yeah. I question the validity of this BuzzFeed
How
quiz.
dare you question BuzzFeed and their integrity?
I
The
dare.
little woman that I am is probably Meg for sure.
Oh, the housewife?
Yes. Because just like Emma Watson, I have a terrible American accent. It was so annoying. She slipped into British like one word out of almost every line she had.
Like, unjokingly, yeah, I'm probably Meg.
Yeah, I think so. I think all three of us are Meg, and then Fleric is Joe, the
No,
globetrotter.
Fleric is Beth, the best of us that dies. Once
It
again,
sounds about
Little
right.
Women spoilers.
really old book. Kind of your own fault at this point.
I think we got some sumo
By the
going
way-
on.
Oh, yeah,
We
sumo's
should,
happening.
be paying
And
attention
on the
to
left
this.
is Hoshoryu, a person we actually really care about.
Who's at 8-6? He's already got his Kachikoshi.
Going up against Tobizaru. Hoshoryu
Oh.
is down, but He got his Kachikoshi. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
It was
8
some
and 7
quick
for
pushing,
Hoshoryu.
and then a little bit of an ole from Tobizaru, and Hoshoryu went right down.
It sounds like Hoshoryu is having similar problems as Enho, where he does better against the bigger guys, but the littler guys, he's not as easily able to take down or push out.
Yeah, I wonder if that has a lot to do with his stable and like the type of opponents he has. Like if he's like facing against bigger guys all the time, that's what he has a lot of practice against.
Well, and I also wonder if maneuverability comes into it, like guys that can move around, like his feints and quick movement. That if they can match his quick movement, he doesn't have that edge over them like the bigger guys.
That could be it
wouldn't.
too.
One thing that, because it's me, obviously I'm comparing this to MMA, but one thing that a lot of MMA fighters run into when they're going up against a unique opponent is they have no way to train for an opponent who doesn't have anybody who fights like them.
Yeah.
Or of the right size. Like if you're going to face John Jones, you got to face somebody that's really good and also has like a massive wingspan. You know, like you may not be able to train against people that are actually like the person that you're trying to train for or the type of opponents that you're trying to train for.
I actually have a StarCraft antidote for this one.
Anecdote.
We really got to work that one into you.
Yeah.
Real quick before that anecdote, the match coming up is 10-4 Daiamami versus 13-1 Juryo Yusho winner Teru no Fuji. Fleric, antidote away.
Okay, so there's
I've got a disease, and the only cure is more StarCraft.
More StarCraft.
Dang it, fever. You're right.
So yeah, it's what happened was there was one guy called the Tyrant called Jaedong. He was like the best Zerg player ever, which is one race in the video game called StarCraft. And people facing him on other teams just could not have good opponents against him. So what they did was they had like two of his teammates actually control the same race at the same time and go against that, and that was kind of close to facing him. So like that's what they ended up doing was like two versus one to just
awesome.
train.
Also, Ryan, I kicked your phone out of the way because I swore that was my phone, because I brought that plug in here for my phone, and then I guess I left mine over there.
Nope, I need it close by so I could check the Torikumi, but it's also at like 7% battery, so I can't just trust it for the rest of the... Oh, Jake
I
has
literally have this
Torikumi
open,
pulled
and
up.
I'm sitting next to you.
But
All right.
yeah, but I like to say
So we got
what's on the
Teru Nofuji
Torikumi.
come up here. He famously came back from injury, I believe, right? He is Ozeki. He got the diabetes, and he got the flu, and he just crumbled down.
He lost the power of the bottom, as
lost-
that one poorly translated article told us.
Exactly. So he fell down, and he definitely was injured for a long time. But then once he got healthy, he's been just rocking back up to Bansuke.
Yeah, I think he has like 2 losses in the last year as he's been working his way up, something like that.
Yeah, in his first time in Juryo, he actually is 13-1 right now.
Yeah,
I believe.
he started off 13-0 and lost to Nishikigi, of all people. Well, I guess not of all people, because Nishikigi does have a lot of Maegashira experience.
But yeah, so in the last year since he's been back, in 6 tournaments so far, he has 4 losses.
Yeah, I think along with the Little Women spoilers tag we need to put on this episode, maybe like a trigger warning if people get off-put by burps quite a bit.
No.
I am done with the pop.
No, we need to...
Those last 2 burps should have been my last ones.
We got to live dangerously here, and you know, if you get triggered by burps, watch out. This is the wrong podcast for you. Like Fleric, that was a good gasp. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
All right.
I will likely not be listening to this.
So,
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Jake,
So-
I know you've been doing quite a bit of research into Teru no Fuji's opponent here tonight. So why don't you
Daiamami?
tell us about Teru no Fuji's opponent?
I will say Daiamami, my feelings of him was the same as Jake, I think, for, who was it, Yago? Of where I got just screwed over in fantasy so many times that I'm just not a fan. So I'm going for Teru no Fuji all the way.
I am too, just because Daiamami is not super interesting to me. He's been Megashira a few times. Yeah. But they are staring each other down, about ready to go. Good start. Teru no Fuji gets the push, but Daiamami gets the grip.
That was
They're
a nice
fighting
rally.
back in. Yeah, they're back in the middle, fighting
Oh,
over
oh,
the grip,
oh, oh.
and dang it, Teru no Fuji.
That may have cost him a promotion to Makuuchi for the
Oh.
next Basho.
I thought that was Teru no Fuji doing that lift.
No, Teru no Fuji lost that. So Teru no Fuji
Wow.
finishes 13-2 at Juryo 13. It could be enough to see him squeak into Makuuchi, but it's gonna. it's going to depend on like the bottom of Makuuchi and the top of Juryo to see like what other promotions and demotions are going to happen there.
It's not going to happen. Let me tell you why. Whoop, there was a spring noise. Okay, here. Shimano Umi got consecutive 13 and 2s in Juryo. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
He got his first one from Juryo 11, and it only got him up to Juryo 1.
Okay. So recent precedent would say probably
Recent
not.
precedent would say give or take 10 ranks up. It'll depend a little bit on how the rest of the Bansuke shakes out, but if he goes 10 ranks up, that would still only put him at 3.
Okay. So, yeah, probably one more Basho and Juryo for Terano Fuji, which is probably not the worst thing
Doesn't
for
look
him.
like it's going to be trouble.
It sounds like Go on the Grand Sumo Discord as well thinks probably J1 for Terano Fuji as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, and
Good. Validation.
as good a time to note as any, Tomokaze is your top-ranked Juryo guy. He's probably going to drop down to Makushita the next Basho as he is still recovering from that horrendous knee injury from Kyushu.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a few more.
Yeah, I think they were expecting a year out of action at least. So, Jake, who do we got coming up in match number, what are we on, 5?
5.
5 of Juryo action.
We have Aqua and Daishoho.
All right, what are their records?
Aqua is at 8 and 6. Just got his Kachikoshi recently.
Kachikoshi.
Okay, that not so sudden. Gonna make me wet my pants. And Daishoho is 9 and 5. So both these guys have their Kachikoshis already. They're gonna move up a rank or two, but neither of these guys are gonna get up to Makuuchi. Aqua is at Juryo 9 and Daishoho is at 5. So they'll definitely be in Juryo again.
Daishoho has a chance.
If he goes 10
with
and
a
5,
10 and 5 from Juryo,
he'll
5,
be
he
right
has
on
a
the
chance.
bubble.
Yeah. Because I don't think there's a whole lot of guys at the top few Juryo ranks that have good enough records to be promoted. I think there's a lot of losing records at the top of Juryo. So I think him and like Wakataka Kage have a pretty decent shot.
Yeah.
That might have changed in the past couple of days, though.
Both those guys are at Juryo 5 and they're 9 and 5.
Yeah.
Nishikigi is for sure coming up. Yeah, wow, you're right.
And there's not a whole lot of people that are doing bad at the bottom of Makuuchi to come down. So I think we might see minimal turnover this Basho.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think let's see, are there any guarantees? Koto Ueko is pretty much a guarantee to go down. Shimano Umi's a maybe. And then there's a couple 7 and 7s down there.
I'm actually kind of glad that Terano Fuji lost and we have some confirmation with like that Shimano Umi one that I don't have to worry about, is Terano Fuji going to jump up to Makuuchi? It seems like that decision has been made a lot easier for me.
Yeah. It will give him another chance to get another 15 Aizensho Juryo Yusho, which
That'd
I
be
think
pretty cool.
The last time it happened was with Tochinoshin when he came back from injury.
As far as I know, that's the last time that it happened.
Yeah.
Cool.
I also don't know a whole lot about Juryo Yushos.
Well, I have a quick
They
way to
happen.
find out. Let me take a look.
They have
Because, yeah, Juryo is one of those things, because it's like a middle step, it's very rare for them to be... it's very rare for somebody to be utterly dominating of their competition, because if they were that good, then they'd just be in Makuuchi.
Yeah, it sometimes does happen because we get people who are in the collegiate system in Japan, and so when they get there, they're already up at Makuuchi quality, and so their stay in Juryo is usually very brief.
Gotcha. Yeah, so like I'm scanning through it, and the Makuuchi Yusho winner is usually like between 13 and 15 wins. But in Juryo, you can have a Yusho all the way down at like 10 wins or something like that.
We've seen that up in
11
Makuuchi
wins
almost.
be fairly common
Yeah,
for a Juryo Yusho.
Yeah,
a lot of parity.
Yeah,
11,
Tells.
12, 13, give or take.
Because
But
the
yeah,
last one was a 4-way playoff at 11 wins.
But yeah,
Nice.
you were correct. The last one was 2014 Tochinoshin, got 15 and 0.
All right.
Nice.
So it looks like Aqua and Daishoho
Yeah,
are ready to go. Well,
yeah, we got
the Gyoji's ready to go. The guys are figuring out.
They're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing their stare down, trying
And
to
I'm-
figure out the strategies.
Pretty sure I just heard a tiny little girl in the crowd yell for Aqua, and it was adorable. So I'm wholeheartedly behind Aqua now.
He does have like the nice like aqua.
He's got a good push, and
he
nice.
wins.
Fairly straightforward Oshi match right there.
Yeah. So both of these guys are going to be exiting the Hatsu Basho with respectable 9 and 6 records, and Aqua kind of lost his balance there as he was squatting down
That was adorable.
after his win.
I didn't tell you guys about this earlier. I saw possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life today.
Okay.
It was amazing, and I almost choked. So we've got a bird feeder outside our front window, and it's on like one of those shepherd's hooks. And, with like a smooth pole, and then there's like the 2 hooks on the top with bird feeders hanging from them, right?
Okay.
So we've got squirrels in our neighborhood, and one of them is fat. One of them he is super obese, and I think a large part is because we've got these dick finches that show up at our bird feeder and just like throw food evereverywhere. they eat like they're fighting it. So there's
they
food
only
on
like a particular seed, in
something
the
like
mix.
that. Yeah. So there's tons of bird seed on the ground underneath, and I'm sure that's how this guy got to be as morbidly sumo wrestler like as he is. But he's gotten so fat, he's having trouble climbing up to the bird feeder, which he prefers to do. Because, like I'll look out the window and I'll see him sitting on top, and I'll like crack open the window and yell at him, and then he'll run away. It's awesome. But he's having trouble getting up the pole now. And so me and my wife are watching a movie this morning, and she turns and she says, "Look, he's trying again." So I turn over, and right as I turn, I swear to God, I make eye contact with this fat squirrel who's most of the way up the pole as he's slowly sliding down. And just looking right at me the whole time.
I mean, is that like a metal pole that's probably like iced over the past week?
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I haven't tried to climb it, but
Fair.
But oh my God, it was like perfect comedic timing. He's like already starting on his way down as I look over, and he's just like staring at us like oh God, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't see him again for the rest of the day here.
He's too embarrassed.
I was gonna say, I think he just like ran off to his tree to hide.
Yeah, he's gonna find another bird feeder in the neighborhood.
Yeah, Gabby and I at our house, we have a squirrel that we know and like that hangs around our yard quite a bit. We call him Stubbs because he's very clearly missing part of his tail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easily able to identify him. But yeah, we got a squirrel that just hangs around our house all the time. Drives our dog nuts.
Oh yeah, and Piper utterly explodes when she sees stuff outside, doesn't she?
Yeah, or apparently when my wife dances at her.
Yeah, that was really funny.
We got some video today. Like my wife was just like dancing in front of our dog, dancing at our dog, kind of aggressively. But our dog did not appreciate it. And as she's made many appearances on this podcast before, you know that what Piper does when she doesn't appreciate something. They just start barking at my wife, and my wife's just dancing. But we also have a Wakataka Kage match coming up here.
Who's he facing up against?
Kyokushuho.
Ooh.
Both guys are at 9-5.
All right, Wakataka Kage, take this and make your way up into Makuuchi again. Oh, and we got a
yeah.
Mata
Jeez, a mean one.
Wakataka Kage out of the dojo, but it doesn't count.
That was
Yeah.
like some good explosion.
Kyokushuho,
I
he
dug
came
that.
in hot, and that's not uncommon for Matas, right? But then once he
pushed him off the
he
dojo.
pushed him like
Yeah.
that was like a conscious action, like not just part of the same motion or anything.
I
Yeah,
suddenly
stuff to
hate
say.
Kyokushuho.
Maybe he's like just he's like flopping like in soccer, like he just goes like,
Whoa!
just falling back off.
Okay, real match going on, and
And,
geez.
and it's over. Just a real
And-
quick Atakikomi for Kyokushuho.
Our new least favorite wrestler with those dirty pulling tactics.
I don't know. I kind of like the guy.
That is just classic Fleric.
Yeah, dude. He's dastardly and he's kind of handsome. What can I say?
How can you tell he's handsome? We're getting this in like 64
I can just tell from his attitude.
P.
We're
That's
getting
what
this
it'd
in
be, right?
like several P. Yeah, not like 720
a
or
couple
anything.
dozen P.
On that, let's try to do another refresh and see how that goes.
Since we're between matches and the Yobadashi is doing the call of his people.
Oh, controversial hot take that we had before we started recording. Jake hates Yobidashi
That is absolutely not
and
quite
Japanese
correct.
culture as a whole.
Yeah, I just decided to be racist all of a sudden, right? Is that what it was?
Hey,
No,
your words, not mine.
No, oh man, I am, for whatever reason, I am just not feeling the Yobadashi today.
In the episode description, right after you put like Little Women
Spoilers
spoilers,
for
and,
Little Women.
and burp trigger warning, you should also throw in there completely not racist.
We swear, not actually racist.
Yeah, we
Just
we love
annoyed
the
by-
Japanese culture. We were there for 2 weeks. It was amazing. We're already planning a return trip. It was a joke.
Who are you like defending us
I
to?
don't
Like,
know. Just like people on the internet get mad over everything.
Barry seems fine with this.
All right, if Barry's cool, if legal's cool, then I'm cool. Who's coming up? Who's fighting, Jake?
Oh yeah, that's me. Chiyo Otori and Mitoryu.
Hey, that's Chiramaru's brother.
Yep.
It sure is. Flerick, what do you think of Jake's just complete and utter hatred of
Chiyo
Yobidashi?
Otori is coming in from Juryo 13 with a 5-9 record.
Don't
So
change the
he's already
subject,
out
you
pretty
racist.
much. He that may be bad enough for him to drop down to Makushita.
Ooh, 5-9. I guess
if he gets
loses,
a 5-10 and he's at Juryo 13, well, even if he gets a 6-9, he's probably in danger. There's only 14 ranks of Juryo.
Yeah.
But Mitoryu is Juryo 4, also coming in with a Makikoshi. He is at 6-8.
Oh yeah, because he is at J13. I'm looking at the Torikumi, so I thought he was mid Bansuke.
Nope.
But yeah, I remember Mitoryu. He was kind of got some buzz because he was like
Yeah.
another collegiate kind of young guy coming up. But I think he got up to Makuuchi for a little bit.
Nope, he's never been Makuuchi. This is probably pretty close to his career high rank.
It actually is. He got a 9-6 last time at Juryo 9 that moved him up to 4. This is the best he has done.
There you go.
He did get the Makushita Tsukidashi, the college bonus.
Oh, so he got he started in Makushita.
Started at Makushita 15 2.5 years ago. And he is only 25, so he has still got some potential ahead of him.
How long did it take to get to Juryo?
It took him 4 bashos.
Yeah, there you go.
Not very much at all.
Yeah.
Here comes the match, though, and Mitoryu gets the better of the early going and has Chiyo Otori pushed back.
Do we know what the grip, like the underarm grip, is? Where you grab their arm?
Chiyo Otori has him at the edge,
kind of under the
edge, and
armpits.
Mitoryu is out.
Yeah. There you go.
But so the guy has your belt, and then you have your arms wrapped around his upper arms. Like Teruno Fuji does it a lot because he's a big, tall guy, so he can do that and lift you up by your arms.
Yeah.
Do we know what that kind of grip is called? Jake's looking it up, so we'll figure it out. So while he's looking that up, Flair, tell
Sumo
me,
grip under arms. That's probably gonna be a super hard thing to Google.
tell me how taken aback and disgusted you were when you found out about Jake's utter hatred for Yobidashi.
I was
Okay,
just
hold
absurd. I was just I was just surprised. I was disgusted.
You threatened to quit the podcast.
Oh yeah, I definitely did.
And
that's
it's still
all I gotta say
undecided.
about it, I
It's
guess.
really still undecided on whether Flerick and I will continue with this podcast or break off and create our own podcast about sumo wrestling.
Find a different Jake who has a little bit better internet connection to continue this.
Also, where's Mac?
Oh yeah.
I think he's sleeping.
Like a sane well, I guess it's only 11:45. I might still actually
On the
be up
weekend,
on a
yeah.
regular weekend.
It's still kind of reasonable, but it's also definitely a reasonable time to fall asleep too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Are you not following your college schedule anymore of staying up until 7 a.m. when your classes would start and then go to sleep?
Oh yeah, go to the class and then get to a bench and then fall asleep for an hour.
Okay, so my favorite Flerick story ever was at Jake and Katie's wedding.
Oh, fantastic!
So,
Yes.
well, there's 2 Jake and Katie wedding Flerick stories.
I got at least 3, so I'm curious which ones you're remembering.
So the first one was Flerick's arrival to the wedding.
Yep, that was one of my 3 that I was
As-
going to bring up.
We are all sitting in the wedding area
We're
where it's
mid-ceremony.
happening. Not quite mid-ceremony, but we're all wondering where the heck is Flerick. And is it as Katie, the bride, is walking down the aisle, a sweaty Flerick comes in and takes his seat? It was definitely some people were walking down the aisle. I can't remember if it was the bride or not.
I do not remember who was walking, but
Yeah, but there was definitely a procession going on at
Yeah.
the same time.
and also perspiration going on at that
Oh,
time.
much yes.
And then my absolute favorite Flerick story from that wedding is everybody had a pretty good time at the what's it called?
Reception.
Reception. That's what it's called. I was going to say
Get it
recital,
together,
but
dude.
I was pretty sure that was wrong.
Get your poop in a group.
We all had a really good time at reception. Flerick had a particularly good time
Heck yeah.
at the reception.
I kill dance floors. I kill on dance floors.
Do you
with
remember
dancing.
dancing with a cardboard cutout of
Oh.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard?
Naturally, yes. It was
Okay,
a highlight of my year.
Yes, that one was documented photographically. That was story number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool that you had some cardboard cutouts of
That's how we
Captain
named our
Picard.
tables. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also I think had Captain America. I
We
believe,
just had nerdy
as well.
crud like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think we kind of lost track of Fleric after the reception. And then the morning after the reception, I don't drink, so I was fine.
And I do, so I am the worst resource for this.
Yeah.
That night may have been the drunkest I've been in my life.
yeah,
Everyone got me drinks.
it sounds like
Yeah.
after the reception there was more stuff happening that I was not
Quite
privy
a bit.
to. And I believe Fleric
You went to bed
was-
at like what, 7:30, 8?
I mean, yeah, that's typically on my weekends what my wife and I do. We like to read a good. We eat supper at 4:30. Read a good book.
We got
from-
some sumo going on.
Oh my God!
Nishikigi.
Nishikigi beats the guy in blue.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
real quick. Let me go back here and see who he was facing.
Yeah.
Koto Shoho.
Okay, so yeah, Nishikigi is moving up to 11-4, securing his promotion to Makuuchi.
That's a
and
solid performance. Yeah.
Koto Shoho at Juryo 8 gets a 9-6 record. But yeah, so a lot of drinking happening the night of the reception. And so the next morning, we kind of get together and decide, you know what, we should go to an IHOP that's near the hotel where we were all staying at. And we were trying to find Fleric because we knew he wasn't going to be in good shape. We wanted him to come with us, go to the IHOP. Everybody was going to the IHOP. We could not find him. And then we get to the IHOP, and Fleric's already there, as it appeared he slept on the bench in like the reception area of IHOP overnight. So we're like desperately looking everywhere for Fleric, and like, I mean, he's always fine. He's gonna show up. And then we walk into IHOP, and there's Fleric not recovering, very much hungover. It's like,
The recovering had yet to begin.
you want some breakfast? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I do not necessarily remember too much of the details, but I only assume that I thought some breakfast would be good for me.
There's no way that you went there like when you were done for the night. You probably like were still drunk in the morning and remembered discussing IHOP at some point or something like that.
I think, yeah.
I
something
feel
along
like they
those
probably
lines.
wouldn't have let you sleep there.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know, it is
trying
IHOP.
to get some breakfast in the morning.
When has
That would do me
IHOP
good.
ever had a good reputation? It's like one step above the Waffle House.
Yeah. They have some. I remember having some good time with omelets and friends, like at 3 in the morning at some IHOPs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got a good reputation in my book.
The other speaking of being too drunk at my wedding, my buddy from Chicago brought the Chicago tradition of liquors. Ryan probably remembers this better than me or Fleric do, but there's a liquor called Malort that is utterly horrible. It's got to be bad on purpose.
I do remember that.
I did try a sip of that.
It's so bad, but it's a thing in Chicago that like you try and make other people drink it. You know, it's kind of the joke that everyone pretends to like it to get other people to try it, kind of a thing. And yeah, so we killed a whole bottle of that out in like the patio area. After the actual reception was done, when we were all already way too far along. But yeah, this stuff is so bad. If you ever have a chance, I would recommend never doing it.
Buying it
But-
and telling your friends that you love it.
Yes, it's like when you drink sour lemonade, it'll kind of like suck the moisture out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but like your whole head.
Jake, who's fighting?
I don't even know or care. Sakigake and Kizakiyumi. Both these guys already have Makikoshis, but it looks like Sakigake got the better of the grip here and is getting a good push. They're at the edge, stalling. Oh, and they're back to the middle. That was some good defense. But yeah, he's still in control.
Kisakiyumi
That was
flipped
a
him
good
around, yeah.
That was a good
I
reversal.
feel like that's the end of it, right?
They're back to neutral in the middle.
Yeah, they're back in the middle and leaning on each other to wear him out.
There's some surprisingly good cardio between these two.
And some very loose belts.
especially in the
my.
case of Kisakiyumi.
Yeah, no kidding. That belt is like all the way up around his nipples.
Kisakiyumi does have the advantage in the grip here. He's got double inside grip on Sakigake, and Sakigake's Mawashi is not loose. It looks like Sakigake has at least the left hand outside grip, but the Mawashi that he has is super loose and is coming up, so that's taking away a lot of his leverage. But he's doing a really good job with that now as he kind of picking up Kisakiyumi, moving him towards the edge of the Tawara, and takes him out.
Boom.
So Sakigake defeats Kisakiyumi, who was injured. He's the guy that fell on his head earlier in the
Yeah.
spa show and then continued competing.
So when they pull up like that, do you think like most of the pressure is like on the taint? Like we're on the we're on the underside. Is that coming happen? I assume like it's probably some cushion. It's not upon like the testicles, but the. I just was thinking about that.
How have we not discussed this at length on the podcast before?
This is
I
the
have no
perfect
idea.
podcast for it to happen. So why don't we get into the pressure situation around the taint?
I assume that's where it's got to be, like right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where like a climbing or a safety harness would put the pressure too.
Okay. I'm glad we discussed this and talked it out.
Good. Can we be done with it?
I think we probably can.
So, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer taint or like gooch, grundle?
For word choice?
Yeah.
I think gooch has got to be the funniest.
What if we want to get scientific and call it perineum?
Nah, I'm a gooch guy.
All right, so
I'll go down in history here as a gooch guy.
Yeah.
So
I'll join you. I'll join you on that.
I've looked up slang
gooch train.
dictionary, like similar words for taint. And
Ooh,
so
this should be fun.
we've got some good ones. And some things I've never heard. So we got Bannis, Biffin's Bridge, 2 different spellings of chode. 3 different spellings of chode. We have choda. We have 2 different spellings of gooch. 2 different spellings of grundle. Twitter for some reason. And then the one that I'm going to use forevermore, Fleshy Fun Bridge.
I don't know. I like the idea of calling it Twitter.
I like the idea of calling it Fleshy Fun Bridge.
Because Twitter is just kind of an internet gooch. It's the gooch of the internet.
Fleric, how's your Fleshy Fun Bridge been doing lately?
I have been. It's been fantastic. Thanks for asking.
All right, we need to add a 4th warning at the beginning.
Gooch triggers.
Sounds like something you had discussed with your
Sounds like a safety
your
word or
partner
something.
prior
Yeah.
to.
So we got sumo
Breakfast.
going
Prior to breakfast, kids. That's what we're talking about.
on. We got
Before we go any further, I got to know your gooch
Toyo
triggers.
Noshima. We got Toyo Noshima versus
Fleric, nobody cares. We're talking about
Daisho
gooch
Maru.
triggers.
Maru. Oh, Daisho Maru. Okay.
Jesus.
I am happy my hiragana is good enough to read that out. I am proud.
I might be done with this episode. I don't know that I can top gooch triggers or Fleshy Fun Bridge.
You're just gonna
I'm tapped
Or Little
out.
Women spoilers.
you're just gonna drop your headphones and just kind of peace out.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Probably because I can't trust you guys to podcast without me. I
Oh,
am
yeah.
the glue
That's right.
that holds this podcast together.
Right,
What
because
will we do
there's a
without those
lot of
conversation topics?
there's so much structure to this one, and we really need an adult in the room for this. An adult who looks up gooch on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, what else could I love? Hey, we got the match. Daisho Maru, Toyo Noshima. Let's go, people. Get excited. Never
Daisho
mind, it's
Maru-
over.
Yeah, okay.
Daisho.
Trying to be like the color commentary guy, and his technique is good, and it's over.
Yep. I'm having a good time with my friends.
That definitely
He
is
thinks
it.
we're friends. That's
ただいま
cute.
の決まり手は押し出し
Yeah.
押し出して大小丸の勝ち
Daisho Maru. No Kachi. How many more matches do we got?
I don't know what. Okay, what? Hold on. 3.
Okay.
What's up, Ryan?
I scrolled further down on the page that had the like slang words for taint. So I found out what Bannis is. So it's the perineum, the taint. This term is a contraction of balls and anus.
So maybe it's pronounced Banus.
And to use it in a sentence, their sentence is, "Man, my banus itches."
Oh, that's something.
All right, let's.
Oh, Lord.
ここで
We got the I can't remember the term for this. It's a little short ceremony with the Sanyaku wrestlers on the final day of the tournament. I can't remember what they do, but I know they bring out all the guys, all the Sanyaku guys. I didn't realize they did this before Juryo was done.
Sometimes they say Sanyaku Dohyo Yuri kind of thing. I feel
Yeah.
like that's I feel like I've
Your
heard
guess
that
is as
say
good as
before.
mine.
But they do like their little stomp dance, and they have
They do their little stomp dance.
Yeah, they practice it for hours before. It's choreographed. It's different every single time. They win awards every once in a while for best performance
shut up.
at the Japanese.
They got Hakaku,
Tonys.
the chairman, the chairman giving a speech. He is up for election again this year.
Oh, is it
2020.
really?
Yeah, but it's
How
not
often do they do the elections?
every 2 years. But it's not nearly as much drama without Takanohana trying to.
So that's
disrupt
why we
stuff.
haven't really heard about that kind of thing because
Yeah.
it's just not
It sounds like it's going to be very straightforward.
straightforward and boring.
Yep.
I miss Takanohana.
I kinda do too.
So
He is definitely crazy, but he was
Yes.
He was an interesting amount of crazy.
when I put our midway episode on Instagram, I used the creepy Santa Takanohana picture.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he's still doing stuff but just like sumo adjacent, not actually a part of the sumo
Sure.
kyokai and stuff. And one of those things is dressing up as creepy Santa.
Yeah, and here's the part where we would know what the ceremony was about if we knew Japanese.
I mean, you both took like a year of Japanese lessons,
And it did nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I heard him say Ozumo, and that's like it.
Yeah.
Like that's about as much as I could get out of that.
I kind of know grammar a little bit better, but my vocab is still terrible.
Yeah. Also, like everything that we learned in class and everything that you learn out of a textbook means nothing as far as casual conversation.
And sumo.
Yeah, like they the way that you learn Japanese is very proper. You know, it's all the top level politeness and all that stuff like that. But then like if you're watching anime or if you're listening to somebody talk, the patterns you know to look for in the grammar are just gone.
Yeah.
Like there's like so many different ways of talking.
Yeah, it's definitely a colloquial way of saying, and I've definitely heard multiple times that like anime is like its own beast in the way it talks and the vocab it uses.
Sure, but it's like the most common way that you would hear casual conversation is through anime.
Yeah, it's a different type of conversation that you learn other than like in the classroom
Yeah,
setting.
and that's the kind of thing that I kind of wish I knew a little bit more of. I think that I wish that was part of, you know, a regular curriculum because it depends kind of on why you're learning Japanese. And for us, if we want to know like sumo stuff, yeah, they're probably going to be talking very proper. So like in sumo stuff, we might hear a little bit more of the stuff that we know, but like in anime, just nothing.
Yeah, definitely not.
So just to update people on what is going on, we had the Sanyaku Rikishi up on the dohyo. They did their thing, and now
they didn't do a dance. They actually did bowing to each corner. I noticed.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I was really hoping to get a highly choreographed dance here.
Yeah,
stomp
we did
dance?
not get it.
No award this time.
Yeah. So they just cleaned off the dohyo, like re-swept it and everything. Also, the reason Twitter was included in the list of similar words for taint is because it is a contraction of the words twat and shitter.
Oh,
there you go.
And I am now officially done with taint talk.
That's good because we have a good match coming up of 2 7-on-7s. 7
This
wins
is
and
our
7 losses.
first. I think like Tachi I blog, never heard of them still. They call this like Darwin matches or something like that. Or
Oh yeah.
what do you
no,
mean?
not Darwin matches, but just an elimination match where 2 7-7s are going up against each
sure.
other. One to get the
Okay.
Kachikoshi.
We have
One gets
Asa
to-
Gyokusei and Hida no Umi.
One gets to go on and become an evolution of the species, and the other one dies off.
Yes. Only one of these two wrestlers is going to be allowed to pass on their genes.
Indeed. It's a very nice pair of denim jeans. Yeah.
They get to pass it along to their Tsukebito.
Yep.
Wrangler brand this year.
I'm Brett Favre, and I like Wrangler jeans.
Not Levi's, as they've had that kind of like promotion going for the past few years. They switched over jeans companies to Wrangler. Wrangler,
Who is they?
eat fresh.
The Kyokai.
Oh,
Eat fresh. Yes,
Sumo Association.
the
Okay.
sumo world is officially tied to Wrangler jeans because they like Brett Favre.
My bad.
And I'm Brett Favre, and I like Wrangler jeans.
Sounds good.
Tossing the pigskin in the backyard
In
with
my
my
Wrangler,
dog.
in my Wrangler jeans, I'm Brett Favre.
Oh, what was I going to look up?
I haven't seen one of those commercials in a while.
yeah?
Is he still doing those?
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Man.
Yeah. The last I've heard of his Wikipedia entry is like he was a high school coach for a while, and they got to a championship.
Why are you reading about Brett Favre on Wikipedia?
Oh, it's because I was like curious about him. One, he was like the Vikings quarterback for a while, And so, like, I have a curious
Fleric,
thing of
that
where
was
every once in a
more
while,
than 10 years ago.
that's when I last kind of followed the NFL.
Wrangler
That was
jeans.
a decade
Just
ago.
do it.
Yeah. But I just
Shut up, Ryan.
so every once in a while I like to just kind of jump in and kind of see how people are doing. And I remember seeing that he was like a high school like football coach for a while. So, which is
Oh, I see what
Interesting.
you mean. Yeah, it was 10 years ago that he was a Vikings quarterback, but it was more recently that you looked him up. Is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Okay.
or maybe it was like 5 years ago. It's hard to
Okay.
kind of tell.
I'm Brett Favre. I wear Wranglers. Can you hear me now?
Ah.
All right, I'm done. You got good view of a couple of sumo butts.
Don't make fun
What are
of
the
Brett
ranks?
Favre's Wrangler jeans.
We got
Yeah, I
Juryo
know.
2 and we got Juryo 12. So one of these,
If we want to get
Do you
that
think-
Wrangler money.
can you get up to Makuuchi with
I think
Juryo 2?
I think he'd know me
Yes.
if
With
he
8,
got one.
7?
He would be the top ranked guy with a winning record.
Okay.
So I'd say if he wins this, he would probably be the top candidate for somebody to move up.
It depends on the record of the guys below him. If there's somebody that has like
Oh,
a 10 and 5
Nish-
or
Nishikigi
something like that. Yeah,
may jump the
Nishikigi
line.
with 11-4, he'll definitely jump ahead of him in line.
But yeah, it's those two, and then after that, maybe like Diamami or something with his 11 wins. Whatever. Here comes the match, though.
Who's the guy on the left again?
I already forgot him.
Asa Gyokusei?
Asa Gyokusei.
All right, I'm cheering for Asa Gyokusei.
Okie dokie.
For reasons. He's wearing red. I like red.
That's all we need.
Yep. All he needs one singular reason, latch on to
But-
that, and then it blossoms from there. Like the Iowa State Cyclones. I literally chose them over the Iowa Hawkeyes, which my entire family loves to death, because they were red, are red, and my favorite color is red. And then I've just been a Cyclone fan my entire life because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screw you. It was a fun antidote.
I like it.
Oh, Hidenomi's got the better of this match. It's mostly pushing. He's got him at the edge.
Nope.
Oh, and
Asa Gyokusei just straight up went for Chiyoshima at the end there. I don't even think he cared about winning that match. He just wanted to get in position so that he could take out Chiyoshima.
there was the
That was the best thing ever.
taking
Oh.
out Chiyoshima.
No, the
Kachikoshi.
We should make sure not to talk over the next one because there will be one in the next match, which is also a 7-7 match.
heck yeah, I love it.
Kota no Waka and Kyoku Taisei.
Yeah, so watch
Oh,
as
Gyokusei.
Asa Gyokusei expertly places himself like at the left side of the dohyo so that when he accidentally get pushed out by Hide Naomi, he can fly straight into his mortal enemy Chiyoshima and
Like
just
a
take him
missile.
down. Yeah.
That was great. Hidenaumi messing with his shoulder a lot. I wonder if
Yeah, it seems like he twinged that a little bit.
Yeah. Luckily, he has a couple months to heal up. So, he got-
Doctor says 2 weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks exactly.
Ooh, we got is that Tobizaru versus another guy?
No.
Koto no Waka versus Kyoku Taisei.
Oh, those do sound like the names that I said about 30 seconds ago.
I don't pay attention to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm here to just be paid attention to.
I appreciate it, Fleric. I listen to Fleric. I respect Fleric.
Those are just absolute lies. You can't fool me.
You're right, I'm incapable of love.
1974. I wonder what happened then.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
I can look it up for you.
Please don't.
Yeah, I don't.
It's happening.
I was talking. There's a graphic.
It's
up
better
on the
than when he
screen.
was looking up gooches, though. So
That
let's
is
let him
true.
have this.
Okay.
I never
It'll-
actually looked up any gooches, which I feel like is a good idea.
I saw
on my
you
part.
scrolling through Google image search there. That was an experience.
東方
There we go.
琴ノ若
We got
Oh God, what, you're doing it again?
2枚目
Koto no
Put,
Waka.
put away the gooch pictures,
滋
Ryan.
賀県
You know, once you get a little gooch, you can't
You
just
can't go
can't stay away.
Booch.
西方
Dear God.
極大
So, in 1974, there was the second largest series of tornadoes in history.
In Japan?
315 died and over 5,000 are injured. Nope, in the U.S.
Oh, I'm
That's a
sure
lot of
that's what.
tornadoes.
I'm sure that's what the graphic is
吉
about.
大吉
Voters in Louisiana approved a new state constitution, replacing a 225,000-word document, which had first been adopted in 1921.
So, who do you think is going to win versus Kyoku Taisei?
I don't know. I want to hear more about this
Koto.
Louisiana Constitution, whatever it was he was talking about.
I've moved on.
So have I. I forgot mid-sentence what the thing was.
Oh, ooh. The Watergate scandal, United States versus Nixon. Supreme Court rules 8-0 with one abstention that President Richard Nixon cannot withhold subpoenaed White House tapes.
Nixon is a friend.
Topical.
Nixon is a friend of Sumo. He sent a letter.
Friend of the podcast, Richard Nixon.
Yep. Of the podcast as well. But no, he sent like a letter, I believe, to...
Yes, it was. I think we did this in the fun facts back when we were doing those every podcast.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time English had been spoken on the Dohyo.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Because I believe it was the very first American who won the Yusho, or he got a Jin Yusho.
I don't know. I think that would have been the time that. Oh shoot! What was the big Hawaiian guy's name?
Konishiki.
No, it was before that. It was the guy that wrestled from the 60s to the 80s.
Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking from.
It'll come back to me.
I think he got a Yusho, right? Or
Yeah, it was the first American to get a Yusho.
Yeah, so that's
Gotcha.
why he got a presidential letter actually sent there.
Might have been the first non-Japanese to get a Yusho. We had an entire episode.
We got a
about
match
him.
going on.
Oh, we sure
Kyokusai
do.
is going in. He's the slapping battle, and it's kind of just a stalemate right now, but he's slowly being backed off.
Looks like Kota no Waka had control, but now he's kind of losing it. Kyoku Taisei is getting the push. Oh, they're all the way back against the Tawara again.
This kind of reminds me of MMA, where it's like one center control, and they're just kind of going around the edge.
Oh, Kyoku Taisei almost got dumped there with some
Almost
wonky
looked
throws,
like a
and he's
hair
coming
pull
back.
by Koto Nowaka. And Koto Nowaka does get, I think, the Uwatenage there.
Sure looked like it to me.
I let it breathe.
Attaboy.
That's the best thing ever.
So, Stuntman Evil Knievel fails in his attempt to rocket across Snake River Canyon in Idaho in
Ew.
September of 1974.
That sounds like not great.
Yeah, I don't think that ended well for him. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things that did not end well for Evil Knievel.
He was still around when I was a kid, I remember, because he was still jumping over stuff.
Takamiyama. That was his name.
There it is.
Hitaki Kobe.
And finally, on December 31st of 1974, restrictions on holding private gold within the United States implemented by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933 are removed.
There you go.
Good. So that's the year that I have to thank for my hoarding of gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
I'm like a leprechaun or something.
I mean, if there's one thing that I hear Jake complain about every single day, it's like, my
I-
gold hoarding is getting out of control, you
I
guys.
hate these restrictions on the holding of personal gold.
That used to
Well,
exist
good
back
thing
in
in
1933.
1974 they got rid of those restrictions.
But there's still too many.
Uh-huh.
It's my gold. I should be able to do what I want with it.
Yeah. It's just society now.
It's
bringing,
just society, man.
bringing me down for all my gold.
What match do we got coming up?
I don't even know.
That's fair.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could read what's right in front of me.
It's,
We got
Soko-
Sokokurai. Get off of my turf, Fleric.
Go right ahead, dude.
Versus
I'm
Chiyo
sorry.
Shoma in the final
I was
match.
outhanded.
Oh my God, you two.
Was I right, though?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kokurai coming in at 4-10 from Juryo 10, so he's probably going down to Makushita.
Well, he's retiring soon no matter what.
Yeah,
And
he's pretty
It
old.
might be after this Basho because...
Did he
his-
already announce it officially?
Well, his Oyakata is going to be hitting the mandatory retirement age, I believe, coming up pretty soon.
Oh, was he going
And-
to take over?
And it sounds like Sokokurai is taking over. He got
Cool.
a Kabu recently, the Elder Stock name.
Sure.
So it really sounds like he's going to be taking over. And I believe he's in the same stable with all the Wakas, like Wakataka Kage, Wakamoto Haru,
Yeah. Take a look.
Wakataka
Chiyo Shoma at Juryo 1 has a 6-8 already, so he is not going to get that promotion that he wanted.
You don't know if he wanted it. Maybe he likes Juryo a little better.
Okay.
Also, kind of a shocking stat to me.
Real quick, yes. Arashi Obeya.
Okay.
That is the one with the Wakas.
Chiyo Shoma, younger than Endo.
What?
Endo's 29, Chiyo Shoma's 28. It shocked me when I saw that. And Chiyo
Oh my
Shoma
God,
wasn't
look at
like,
the picture of him on Sumo Database.
Oh, that's a handsome fellow.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 200 pounds ago.
What happened to you, Chiyo Shoma?
He got in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
He's the bad boy of the Chiyoshima Arawashi identical twins.
Yep. He goes around, rides a motorcycle in a leather mawashi on his off days.
Leather Mawashi.
But yeah, if we were playing that age game that we played on the Midway episode,
I would have gotten that one wrong.
I would have said like 37 for Chiyo Shoma.
He does kind of seem like the same age as
Fleric probably would have gone with like
Arawashi.
16.
Naturally, yeah. I'm not ageist like you guys. I don't see age.
I mean, you sure don't, based on the results of that quiz. I'm not going to argue with that.
That's a story I'm going to stick with.
I'm not ageist.
Yeah. Not that I'm bad at this.
Who do you guys think has the better of the career rivalry between these two?
Do you mean like results, or who do we think is going to take it?
How do you think the rivalry between these two has played out over the 6 matches they've had before?
I
feel
bet
like
they've
Sokokurai,
matched up
right?
multiple times, and that one has won each of those individual
Anyways,
Every
I think
single time, you're right.
I think Sokokurai probably has it.
Yep, 4-2.
Yeah.
This is I only bring it up because in Juryo it's very rare for people to have a whole lot of history together.
Flair
Anyways, here comes the match.
equally correct in our own way.
Sure. They match up pretty evenly in the middle. It's turned into a grip game, but Sokokurai had the advantage on the muscling for a little bit, but now they're kind of back to neutral.
Chiyoshima has a
upset.
great grip on his Mawashi. I'm expecting a throw to come out pretty soon.
Yeah, major upset that Chiyoshima did not go for the flying Hanka to start off.
His
this
signature
bout.
move.
Yeah.
Sokokurai looks
Works
like he's
every
got
time.
kind of a loose Mawashi going on that's giving Chiyoshima some trouble.
Yeah, and he was able to pull Chiyoshima's hand off of his belt. So
Chiyoshima's only got one hand grip right now. They both have one hand grip.
They're holding hands with their other arm just to kind of keep each other company.
I mean, just
Yeah, yeah.
showing that they were boyhood friends and they still care about each other despite this fierce battle they're currently
Oh, and
engaged in.
Chiyoshima finally got an advantage there and just pushed Sokokurai out.
There you go.
Yep, used the seldom seen but often feared 1-2 whoopsie-doo.
Yeah.
The 1-2 whoopsie-doo. The New York eggs and pork.
Yeah.
What were some of the other moves you had from that one?
I got a list.
ただいまの決まり手は
Why don't you occupy yourself by
That's
looking that
pretty
up while me and Flair talk sumo for a while?
That seems to be the bread and
That
butter of
sounds
this
pretty
episode.
good. Yeah, I was going to say the reason I chose Sokokurai is because usually the older people usually have like a kind of a advantage when they first start meeting up.
Sure.
And normally it's kind of towards the end of their career that it starts kind of swinging the other way, I would say.
So we had the Tangerine Tango,
ここで
the good old 1-2 whoopsie-doo,
優勝力士の表彰式がありますが、
the Screaming Sicilian Slam, the classic moss-covered three-handled family Gradunzel. Ooh,
Armbar.
the Tater Tot Hot Trot.
That's a good one.
We also did have the Minnesota Hot Dish.
Obviously. We all know what that one is.
Yeah, just trying to find...
Ooh, should we keep recording? That was the last Juryo match, by the way, but it looks like we've got some playoffs that we can commentate.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I say we just keep going as long as we want to.
Yeah, let's watch these playoffs.
At least until
I'm starting to
somebody...
fade- I'm starting to fade a little bit. So,
This is the Jonidon playoff because it's got Ura in it.
oh heck yeah.
We have to keep recording
hoorah.
until somebody pulls out the High Noon Duel at Dawn. Or, my personal favorite, the Overconfident Blind Man.
So, on the topic of rivalries, I was just scanning through the Makuuchi matches for today. There's not a whole lot of them that have tons of history between them. Takayasu and Aoyama have fought 20 times. Aoyama actually has the edge in that one.
Nice.
Only by 1. Or, I guess, by 2. Let's see. Tochinoshin, 12-11 against Myogiryu. Plenty of history there. But here's the big one. Who do you think has the edge in Kodo Shogaku versus Tochiozan? And how many times do you think they've fought?
So I'm going to go with 34.
They're going to go
Tochiozan with 19.
I'm going to go with 50 with 35 Kotoshokiku.
It is actually 40 matches total, and they are dead even.
Oh,
Nice.
They have fought a ton of times.
How much of that is recent results?
I'm taking a look here.
Yeah.
before that, why don't we get a little bit more information on the match that's just about to happen. So this is the Jonidon playoff. Both Ura and his opponent, who Jake is going to tell me very soon who the opponent is, are 7-0 in Jonidon.
It's Kyoku Yuko.
Kyoku Yuko. So these guys will face off, and whoever wins this match will be the Jonidon Yusho winner, and will have the title belt for GSB.
That's right. Ura
that's a
currently
really good
has
point.
the title belt.
Ooh, this is our first ever live coverage of a GSB title defense. This is historic.
This is actually going to be our only playoff. Makushita and Sandanme had one one clear 7-0 winner.
Same with Joe Noguchi as well.
But here goes. Ura's got a ton of tape on those knees.
Well, that's what happens when you
Yep.
rip them
When
to
you blow
shreds
them up a couple
multiple
times.
times.
Okay, here comes the match. Ura goes in real low. Oh, and then gets a big push-out win.
Dominates him, as we all expected, with the hot and heavy biscuits and gravy.
They have a
Naturally.
sound bite for Yusho, too. Did you hear that?
I
once again
I
talked
kind of
over
heard
it, and I
that.
apologize.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You disgust me. But yeah, that was Ura going 7-0, holding on to that GSB belt for I think a record 9 matches now.
Nice.
He's unstoppable at this point.
Which that's a Sandame.
No, this was Jonidan, so he'll be
Jonidan.
in Sandanme.
He'll be
next
Sandanme.
time.
Yeah, he'll be like
There you
mid
go.
Sandanme probably.
No, he'll be upper Sandanme.
Yeah?
Yeah. He was upper Jonidan this time, and it really seems like.
He landed right on his knee. That's so
he was
awkward.
about mid Jonidan. He was
Was
at
he?
28.
Oh, was he?
Well,
he'll-
actually, that is like the upper third.
Yeah.
There's 100 Jonidans.
So yeah,
Jonidan ranks.
he'll end up towards the top of Sandanme.
Okay. You guys want to call it here? It looks like they're going to start doing the Makuuchi announcements, and I don't want to stay up for 2 more hours.
Yep, I'm kind of with you on that. This is normally where the ushers were kind of discovered that we're here illegally and usher us out when we did this in Japan last time.
Yeah.
Once again, continuity errors. Don't worry about them.
Oh, yeah. Are we recording this one in America, or are we sneaking into... I can't remember which way we went with
I
the
think-
gimmick on this one.
This time we discovered that the internet exists, so we're actually still in America.
Yeah,
I
it
just
really
can't remember which
depends-
gimmick we started with.
Really depends on the timestamp of where we are right now.
I see what they're doing. They're bringing out the all the
Lower
Yusho
division.
winners.
Yep, you show
Oh,
winners.
there you go.
So yeah, this was Grand Sumo Breakdown covering Juryo and a little bit of Makushita live and a little bit of Jonidan. A little bit of everything for you.
And a whole lot of bullshit.
Yeah, and I apologize. That was mostly my fault.
No, don't apologize.
Don't apologize. 1, because you don't mean it.
Yeah.
And 2, because you shouldn't have to.
That's a fair point on the I don't mean it. So yeah, once again, we got some hot
Oh, look at
Little
that
Women
terrible
spoilers all up in this mother. So
There's no
look
point
out
in
for
saying
them.
it at the end. I'm just going to put it in the description or something.
Yeah, but maybe you can like edit this part, move it to the beginning.
No.
He's not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that.
Burping trigger warnings, a lot of taint gooch talk.
More than usual, at least.
Jake is not a racist,
Allegedly.
allegedly. And
Barry did insist that you use the word allegedly there.
Yeah.
So
That case was dropped.
they haven't proven anything in a court of law.
and if all of you are lucky, we'll probably never do this again. So, do we
We'll
want to
see.
do like our typical sign-off thing that we do?
Social media, give us reviews and
Yeah, and
Phone calls.
leave us a message if you
Yeah.
want.
yeah.
We have not gotten any more calls from the car dealership in Texas, so they got our
That's
message.
nice.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if people are gonna like give out our number as a joke or something. I feel like we should be written on some bathroom stalls with a like for a good time call X, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fleric, get on it. You know all
Fleric-
the best bathroom stalls.
Out of all of us,
all the shady bathroom stalls with glory holes and shit.
exactly. If anyone on this podcast knows a thing or two about seedy truck stop bathrooms, it's got to be Fleric.
Now, why can't we go to like high quality truck stop bathrooms, like a
Fine, nice
like a
truck
come
stop
and
bathroom.
go, not vulgar, real thing in the Midwest.
Despite questionable spelling choices.
Yeah, spelled with a K. I think that's a very wise spelling choice on their part to go with the K.
Yeah, but why wasn't it just COME? Like
That's
the
an,
actual
that would
word.
be an even wiser spelling choice.
But
Actually,
they had to do something funky.
for some reason, my mind didn't even entertain the possibility that you could spell it C-O-M. And I think that's the perfect place to end this. So we'll catch you guys for a recap episode in a few days.
Oh Lord.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown. Until next time, throw your salt high
And keep moving forward.